truth is that millions are fed up, and so they should be. In fact, they should be fucking furious.
Britain is broken. Working people are exhausted. Our schools are underfunded. Our NHS is on its knees, and millions can't afford a secure, affordable home. We're told to tighten our belts while billionaires stash their wealth in tax havens. And when the pain of that injustice starts to show, the far right steps in, spreading hatred, blaming migrants, refugees, or trans people, anything to turn anger away from those who are truly responsible. But we know what the truth is. It isn't refugees closing hospitals, it isn't migrants cutting wages, it's a system that's built on profit and greed. A system that lets energy giants and landlords rake in billions while our communities struggle.
What we live in is a class society where the rich run their society for themselves and the rest of us have to struggle.
And if they don't want to hear us, we will make it so we cannot be ignored.
What they want to do is divide and conquer. We need to change the narrative to unite and conquer.
We started reaching out to campaigners, trade unionists, activists and our neighbours all across Kirklees, because our struggles aren't isolated, they're linked. The same system attacking your wages is bombing Gaza. The same government gutting our public services is giving tax breaks to millionaires. So we said, let's stop fighting alone, let's fight together.
As much as we need voices in our local town centre and in our parliament, it is your voices, you the people, who will make the difference. If we don't keep getting out there and putting pressure on our councillors and our MPs and uniting and to make the difference, nothing will change. So we have to.
Right now, locally, we are broken in some ways. Politically, across the country, we are broken. Reform are for division, and we have an opportunity to be for unity. This is our only opportunity to put bygones to the side and push forward for the right reasons. This is it. We will not get a chance like this again. So, stand united. Make sure that we are pushing forward with a message of peace, unity, opportunities, and we continue being that voice for the working class on a local level, in a council chamber, and all the way to Parliament.
As we stand shoulder to shoulder, whether it be Muslims, Christians, people of other faith and no faith, young people, trade unionists, students, parents, we today are here to send a clear message to everyone. And that message is that we refuse to be silent in the face of injustice.
Kirklees is on the brink of losing its last 2 publicly run dementia care homes. If we allow this to happen, we're putting all our eggs into the privatisation basket. This basket is driven by profit and not for people, and it's a risk none of us can afford to take. Dementia doesn't discriminate. It touches families from every walk of life today, and we are fighting for our loved ones, our parents, our partners and our neighbours. This fight is also for our future, because if we lose these homes now, if we lose this safety net for tomorrow, we risk pricing the families out of good quality care. We risk turning care into a commodity rather than a right. Public care homes like Castle Grange are not just buildings, they're sanctuaries, they're places their care is not measured in profit margins, but in kindness, patience and humanity. Once they're gone, and we all pay the price.
It's difficult financially to live with a disability than without. And we also know that when you don't have the adequate resources to manage a disability, we cannot place our trust in Labour to deliver what disabled people need and listen to our demands. May I repeat our phrase, nothing about us without us. If we are to feel represented by any party, they must work with us and hear our struggle.
Nobody in Dewsbury and Batley, or very few people in Dewsbury and Batley, knew who I was. But the community decided to oppose the genocide in Palestine and oppose every single politician and party that supported it. So they got together. They got together and said, enough, not in our name. The reason that we succeeded is we realized there are so many things that unite us, that we agree on, that we fight for, that we can only achieve by working together. So, public service, sincerity, honesty, integrity, and unity. These are the ingredients of success and how we can defeat the establishment and the genocide-supporting politicians in Westminster.
Across the nation and the world at large, right-wing forces rally to divide the people, to promote fear and paranoia in every section of society. It's the same fascist song with some new words. No minority is exempt from this drive for division. This isn't about being gay, straight, trans or cis. It's not about religion, it's not about skin, it's not about where you're from or where you're going. It's about support, freedom, decency and acceptance. We must all fight together, support each other and ensure that bigotry and division find no place in society.
As someone living with a hidden disability, I see how the system punishes people for being unwell, who are unable to work, by attempting to cut the benefits we rely on to help us live independently. Help with our daily needs by delaying urgent NHS treatment, long waiting lists, stripping away much needed care. No one should ever be made to feel like a burden. Health, housing and support are rights, they are not privileges.
Mosques are not just places of worship, they are community hubs. They run food banks, they support refugees, they support victims of abuse. And so whilst they are attacked every other day, we perhaps forget that they do most and they do a lot of the social work every single day. And today, if we're serious about building a movement for equality, fairness and dignity, then engaging mosques and the Muslim community is not optional. It's absolutely essential.
This council is not fit for purpose. They have been subjecting us, the entire town of Clackeaton, to carcinogens, asbestos, cyanide, arsenic and lead from an old industrial site. And make no mistake, this policy comes from the top down. This is about public health and safety, and they do not care about us.
Huddersfield is not a quiet town. We're a town of resistance. In 2016, they tried to shut our hospital. We stopped them. They tried to shut our sports centres. We stopped them. They tried to shut down dementia care homes. We stopped them. And if Kirklees Labour Council think they can keep pushing through cuts, closures and betrayals, then hear this. We are coming for you next May at the ballot box. You will be held to account.
As a teacher, I see every day how these cuts hurt our children. As a mother, I feel the anxiety of raising kids in a world that's become harsher, meaner and more unequal. And as a black woman and a trade unionist, I felt what it's like to be silenced and excluded throughout my life. But I've also found I've felt that power of standing together. Because when we organise, when workers go on strike, and when tenants unite, when communities refuse to be divided, we are powerful.
Justice isn't achieved by talking about people, it's achieved by walking with them.
I was born on a council estate through a Labour government at that time, and I saw as a young teenager just how Tory austerity can kill our communities, and that's what I saw as a young person. I set up a non-profit organisation when the Labour Council cut the youth service that we're still paying for today. I set up a charity and I run a food bank to feed people that are hungry in their homes due to Tory austerity, those that are having to choose between heat and eat. I made sure that we set programmes up for young people that we are running today in antisocial behaviour and gang-related activity. I wanted to provide young people with opportunities.
Farage, Reform, Labour and the Tories offer nothing but lies. It's not migrants driving down your wages, it's the super rich. It's not refugees hiking up your rent, it's the millionaire landlords bleeding us dry.
Right now, our local Labour Party is cutting deals with the Tory Party, and why would they not? They have the same values, they have the same policies, they are oppressing our voices as councillors, they are buffering agendas so motions cannot be heard. You name it, they're doing it. And they will continue to do it until we hold them to account. They've cut our sports centres, they've cut our dementia care homes, they've come for our public services with a generation of youth workers that don't even know what a youth worker is. They don't know what one is. They've never had that kind of support. We can sit back and we can allow it, or, in the words of Zarah Sultana, we are coming for the lot next year. In 2026,
we will run alongside and with your party to make united struggle, powerful mobilisations, coordinated action the cornerstone of any new working class party. No one won anything sitting at home. Resistance has to be built and sustained. Unity is strength. We are many and they are few. We cannot guarantee we will always win, but we can guarantee we will always lose if we do nothing.
Let's stay united, let's make a difference, and let's make sure we do not rely on politicians for change.